With Harbaugh now as the most attractive head coach out there, what team fires theirs to get him? What's up, big strong men? Just cheeks, that's funny. Got engaged over the holidays and celebrated by joining the Mile High Club. Geez, which just means that I watched the pod on the fly.
Brady, I think you're my favorite account because you look like you had like a professional family photo shoot by the local photographer, and then you write the most egregious, ridiculous things.
With Simpson declaring, assuming more doesn't come out, does he make it into the first round with a rough end of his season? Ty Simpson being in this class is very fascinating to me because I'm wondering how he came to this decision.
The Giants don't hire Harbaugh or Stefanski. I'm switching my allegiances. Things can't be any worse across town, right? Go Jets. Brother. I am Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar right now, screaming in the Tesseract. Zachariah Branch has declared, which we did talk about him over summer, but we said that he hadn't declared when we did the receivers. Where would he slot in wide receiver rankings? Heard he's the Mike Evans of Rondell Moore's. I'm expecting to like him based off of what I saw in broadcast this year, but I haven't updated the wide receiver rankings since we did them a couple weeks ago, so I'll watch him in the next month.
Yeah, I will as well. Xander, $2 super chat. Maui Noah is a Lion. Well, you got your wish there. Saunders, $2 super chat. Tailing Green to the Panthers or we riot. In the first round at 19?
Maybe on day 3. Day 3, you'll get him.
Okay.
I want to pay $20 for this, sir. It's $2. I want to pay $20. On estimate. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Funny, heard someone talking shit with a cute little PF. Profile picture. Red Shimmer Cherry haters will rise up.
No, they won't. No, they won't. Not here. This isn't a breeding ground for that. Not happening.
Timmer, thank you for the $5 super chat. Parkour, thank you for the $5 super chat. Happy Monday, Squirts and Shrimp. Hot takes. David Bailey, Edge 1, not hot. Denzel Boston before Tyson, simmering. And LJ Martin, pick 67, maybe. Which Nickelback song for the gym? I'm more of a Creed man than Nickelback.
Burn It to the Ground.
Okay.
By Nickelback.
That makes sense.
That's the best,
the gym song from Nickelback.
That's the gym song, in my opinion.
Okay.
From Nickelback. Yeah. Great catalog, though. X $5 super chat. How much would Connor personally contribute?
If it meant getting rid of Glenn.
Okay. All right. Am I struggling there? Am I just an idiot?
No, it was a couple typos. It's okay. He was typing fast. Is he really staying? Yes, it seems like he is. Drake never Jets May.
never Jets May.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't. I'm a neutral party, man.
He's neutral party. He can't. He will not. He will not confirm nor deny. I will not do anything to indict my co-host here on this show.
Thank you. I like my jobs.
He does. So, he does.
Believe it or not.
I'll say it for you. You didn't. No, I'm just kidding. Tyler,
why do you think I was running auctions earlier?
$2 super chat. Just Jack Besh.
Sure.
Tyler might be. I mean, this might be John Spytek's burner.
It might be
coping for, or just caping for Jack Besh to actually get some playing time now that we're gonna have a new coach.
Tony Lee, thank you for the $20 super chat. As always, Tony, happy Monday, champs. It's my favorite time of the year, the offseason. Only thing to look forward to as a Jets fan. Trevor, love the mock draft today. Moore and Tate in round 1. Sign me up. Didn't need to see love to KC, though. Nice. Good work, Trevor.
There you go. Yeah.
Dante Moore and Carnell Tate?
For the Jets, yeah.
Well, I like that a lot.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome.
I'm gonna read it on pff.com for everybody out there that wants to read and support and love, and maybe give it a retweet if you're feeling a little extra generous.
Here we go. White $10 super chat. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. What's up, crew? First time, long time. Big Mets, Jets, Rangers.
Are you
guy,
me?
like Connor.
Are you me? Do you like the Knicks as well? You want to hang out?
Why
miserable together?
Why would taking a QB at 2 not end up like every other quarterback the Jets have taken in their history?
No, you're absolutely right. The problem is like you have to keep trying.
You do. You have to keep trying.
Your take is there's no reason to believe this time is going to be different until the Jets show you it's different. I guess if you want like the real football guy answer, this is the best and most steady their offensive line has been in a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the real, like, I'm positive about this. They have a steady offensive line. They have a wide receiver 1. And all you have after that is hope.
All any of us have is hope, brother.
Sam Darnold's the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Dalton was talking about that on the PFF show. He was like, dude, he's like, the picks don't matter at this point. It's just development. He was saying, like, he mentioned the Sam Darnold point. He mentioned Geno Smith. Like, he had mentioned even he's like, I don't even think Zach Wilson was the wrong pick per se. He's like, Zach was just out there running a Mickey Mouse offense. So how was he ever going to develop?
Zach definitely had his own problems, but I don't think the premise is wrong at all.
Right. Chris, $5 super chat. Should the Raiders take Mendoza or the red chimichurri with the first overall pick? I think I know Trevor's answer. Drake May. Yeah, I think
you love this stuff.
I mean, you need a quarterback,
but
it's the red chimichurri from Chipotle, and that just doesn't come around every single draft class. So I think you got to take it. Oh, dude, hit $2 super chat. Trevor Sikkema let his Bucks down on Sunday.
You did.
I saw a graphic that somebody made that just said the shuck and ears, which is pretty good.
I like that.
Also, Corey tweeted out that both the Panthers and the Bucks are watching this game from the shuck chair in the corner.
That is high tier. That should have gotten 10K
I told him
likes.
I hated him for it, but it's
so good.
But it's absolutely a banger.
It's so good. All right. Axel Ron, start bench cut. Always love these. Grilled cheese and tomato soup, PBJ and milk, Lunchables and Capri Sun. So I'll answer this as an adult because my answer as a kid would have been different. My adult answer is I'm starting grilled cheese and tomato soup. I love grilled cheese and tomato soup. Like, it is out of this world combo. I will bench PB&J and milk, which is also incredible. I'm going to cut Lunchables and Capri Sun, but I have a feeling like 8-year-old me would have started that.
I'm going to flip it. I'm starting PB&J and milk.
Yeah, nothing.
And then I'm benching grilled cheese and tomato soup, and then Lunchables Capri Sun.
It's like the Reuben Bain, David Bailey combo. I have no problem with either.
Okay. All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. When you brought that, I didn't know where you were going with that.
This could mean anything.
But you landed the plane. You did a good job.
Not like Sully in the water.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't look good, but we're alive.
Yeah. I'm going to try to sue you from a corporate lawyer is what you're saying there. Yeah. Brady, $10 super chat. What's up, big strong man? Pages cheeks. That's funny. Missed the last couple of episodes, but got engaged over the holidays and celebrated by joining the Mile High Club. Geez, which just means that I watched the pod on the fly. Oh,
Brady, I think you're my favorite account because your profile picture is so wholesome. Like you look like you had like a professional family photo shoot by the local photographer. And you look like a really good, harmless kid. And then you write the most egregious, ridiculous things. That makes it that much better. You're the dipshit insane. Derek of the Addicts. And I mean that in the highest form of a compliment.
Brady, that's excellent. Congratulations on getting engaged. Couldn't be happier for you.
Oh, guys. I missed that. Congrats.
Yeah, that's what he says. He got engaged and then he celebrated by joining the Mile High Club.
In, though. He's like, big, strong man, pinching cheeks, Mile High Club. Got engaged. But
he did bury that one, but congratulations.
Like, sneak that in.
A lifetime of happiness.
Good for you. Brecken Dahl, thank you for the $10 super chat. What's up, brothers? Just had a colon resection, stuck in the hospital. Thank you guys for blessing my feed. Love you guys. Rest up, pal.
Yes.
Get better.
Yes.
And thank you.
Yeah, and then join the Mile High Club at some point, which is just listening to this episode on a plane. Let's go $5 super chat. What are some good rumors to start so teams don't hire Halfley as their head coach? He doesn't put his cart in the corral after shopping. That's a good one. That's a really good
He's a Jersey guy, so tell people that he doesn't call it Taylor ham. He calls it pork roll.
Yeah.
That'll like really screw things up.
Yeah. Which is Taylor ham, by the way.
Thank you. Yes, you're right. Exeron.
Maybe he doesn't like puppies. You know, he's not a dog. He's not a dog guy.
Not an animal. You ever meet someone and they're like, I'm not really an animal person. I kind of like slowly back away. That's really scary to hear.
If I was conducting a head coach interview, that'd be the first question that I asked. You
like animals?
Yeah, or you're more of a cat or a dog guy. And just like hear what they say, and then I'll just go, huh. No matter what the answer is, just huh. And then we'll get into all the football questions, and that person will just go back racking their brain of whether or not they answered the first question.
Or like you have a big binder and like you do what you did, like and you like write down a note and you go, I didn't have that on my bingo card. And then just go to the next question.
Yeah, and the note is just a grocery list. And by a grocery list, I just mean white rice, 93% lean beef. And then like that's the whole grocery list.
All right, last one from me here. Unfortunately,
all good.
My family's gonna leave me. Exteron, maybe they did. Exteron 6916, nice. Trevor's real name is actually Sikkema. Always a mummy's boy. Drake Kendrick is better. May. Like, what did you do to deserve this?
I have no idea.
Mummy. Oh man, he gave us euros. So the beautiful dog in that picture.
That is a
beautiful dog. Mummy's boy.
Just reminds me of Shane Gillis, the beautiful dogs. All right, get out of here.
All right, thanks, Squirt.
See you, bro. What? Come on.
That was awful. Love you guys.
All right. I'll run through as many of these as I can. I don't know how much more time I have, so if you don't get to all of them, I'm sorry, guys, but we love you. We appreciate you for all of them. David, $10 super chat. Raiders and the Jets ready to get people fired. Oh, just because they didn't perform very well. I see it. Colin, $2 super chat. Got to see the David in Italy. It's spectacular. Yeah, I bet. I'll leave that to you, though. The NHL $5 super chat. I need the Finns to get Simpson or Beck in round 1 or 2. If they keep McDaniel and get rid of Tua, I'd keep Tua and get rid of Mike. Wow. I would much rather keep McDaniel and get rid of Tua, and I think that that's what's going to happen. I don't know what their quarterback situation is going to be. Oop, just hit the mic. I like the idea of Malik Willis in Miami, to be honest with you. So like Malik Willis and Quinn Ewers kind of battling it out for that QB1 spot. I do like that one. Jake, $5 super chat. What's up, Jens? Trevor, I would give an embarrassing amount of money for a reunion with Gale and Renner on the podcast. Please make it happen. PFF rules. I miss 2-for-1 drafts so much. Those dudes are so much fun. Honestly, I just because Austin works for The Ringer now and he just doesn't really do podcasting. Like I just miss Austin podcasting in general. Listening to Austin Gale podcast it was truly like shotgunning a Celsius at the beginning of the day because that dude is so hyped up. I really do miss that podcast as well. One of my favorite draft podcasts that there ever was. And we'll see what we can do about getting those two guys on here on this show when it comes to the collab mock draft series. I think that could be fun. Fredo, $5 super chat. Rise up. The Falcons just made the best offseason move they could have. No more McKay. Man, total cleaning of the house from the very top all the way to the bottom. I mean, Arthur Blank's the only one who's remaining at this point. It's pretty crazy. Sounds like Matt Ryan's going to get the president of football ops job. And then he's going to be in charge of hiring the general manager and the head coach. Woo! Big changes for what the Falcons have coming in 2026 and beyond. So I was shocked that they cleaned house as thoroughly as they did there. Maybe I shouldn't have been. Find a Cure, $5 super chat. Do you think Kayshawn Booty, Pop Douglas have trade value? And what would be the best fits? Drake, Dan Orlovsky hates me. May. I think both of those guys would have like day 3 trade value, but I don't know. I mean, like Pop Douglas is somebody who, like Steelers, Falcons, like these are a couple of teams that immediately come to mind that need those other wide receivers. Like maybe Miami, right? We talked about in the mock draft, like replacing Tyreek Hill. Like, is that, are you trading for one of those guys? Maybe that's something that could make sense. That's what first pops into my head there. Brad, Miles Murphy, never wrong. Just got it early. Defensive Player of the Year 2027. I didn't notice the Miles Murphy come up over the last couple of weeks, or maybe it's just the last couple of weeks just at all. But Bengals fans have been shouting him out that he's turning it around here. So I got to check into his film over this last month. Joe, $5 super chat. Time to earn your 1K, boys. I want you guys getting every bit of dirt as possible on Mendoza out there. Do your work. Yeah, we will have the full dissertation on Fernando Mendoza as we basically have him either number 1 or number 2 of the mock draft from now until the end of April. Anthony, $12.99 super chat. Appreciate you, Scamps. Emphasis on if, Ty Simpson and Moore return to school, who's QB2? What did the Jets do? And why is the Senior Bowl invite Cole Payton not in the PFF mock draft simulator? You're my Manon guys. We appreciate it, Anthony. I need to watch Peyton. I need to watch him and Fagano. I need to watch both of those guys and get them in the mock draft simulator. I promise I will get them in there soon. I've just been backed up watching some of these other positions. But who's QB2 if not? Nussmeier or Beck, I guess. If both those guys go back to school and Trinidad Chambliss goes back to school, it's getting thin. That quarterback class is getting thin. I don't know what the Jets do at that point. Connor talked about, maybe trading down a little bit more, but I think we'll have a full conversation about that as we continue to explore all the options for all these teams. Wisco $2 super chat. Dante Moore, higher ceiling, more upside at 1. So we're doing quarterbacks in a couple of weeks, and I'll take a much deeper dive then. But I wouldn't say I like Dante Moore a lot, but I would still go with Fernando Mendoza. I still think he's the QB1, but I reserve the right to change my mind in a couple of weeks when we go through this. The Noise Marine $5 super chat. Ravens need to fire Harbaugh and hire Flores or Minter or Halfley. Sign Hendrickson. Draft a Penn State guard at 14, please. Thanks. I like John Harbaugh still, but I can understand wanting to move on. But that plan, I do like that plan a good amount. Master $5 super chat. As a Commanders fan, it bothers me that we won and messed up our pick, quote unquote, for the culture of a locker room that over 50% of the guys will be gone. Bye-bye, Caleb Downs. I don't think that Caleb Downs is out of the question there for number 7 with them still sitting in the top 8. So I don't think it's a total waste of a win that they had there. So I wouldn't quite say that, but I do understand the frustration of meaningless wins, if you will. Mr. Keegan, $5 super chat, betting Pat Coogan for MVP, NFL MVP next year. He's been a lot of fun, man. I think he is certainly, I thought he was like borderline draftable going into the season, but he's absolutely a day 3 type of a pick now with the year that he is having with Indiana. Sam, $5 super chat. Connor, my gym is always airing your show with Chris Sims. So when I need motivation before a set, I just watch you drop the best ball knowledge. Well, we'll have to relay that to Connor that you're the pre-workout there when when you're getting the pump on. Pause. McFarland, $5 super chat. Fernando Mendoza is the obvious number 1 overall pick, but we got to hear about it, about no one attending his birthday party. I sure hope this doesn't happen, but people always get bored of prospects, and the rumor mill or the nitpicking always happens. So I hope it doesn't happen with Fernando, though, because he seems awesome. Wisco, $5 super chat. The Jets should round out the roster and give 2 to 3 year deals worth $80 to $100 million for Malik Willis. I don't know what Malik Willis is going to get, but I do think there's going to be a lot of suitors for his services. Jets, perhaps one of them. I like Miami as the landing spot for him. Miami, Las Vegas, but no. Las Vegas has a number 1 overall pick. I guess I was thinking of that previously. Maybe Arizona, but Arizona's got maybe Indianapolis. The Jets are in that conversation as well. Justin, $5. Shouldn't Sauce Gardner pick number 1? He only won 2 games this year. Yeah, brutal stat. Absolutely brutal stat. The Sauce Gardner lost more games than every NFL team this year. Nuevo, $5 super chat. I'd imagine the Panthers were holding division champ shirts like Eli at the 2004 draft. How badly they didn't want to win that division. The NFC South, it's always a roller coaster, man. It's the car crash, train crash, whatever you want to say, that you just cannot look away from. Drama down to the very end. Bucks win that last game, and yet the Panthers win the division. You can't script it any better. Azure, $5 super chat. Does Arizona's history with tweener linebackers affect Arvell Reese for them? I don't really think so, especially because it's the different front office. If it was Steve Keim who was still there as their general manager, maybe a little bit, but I think they're just open to picking the best player overall. So Monty Austin-Fort, though, I have a feeling the Cardinals are not going to pick at number 3. If I had to bet right now, I think they're trading down. Austin-Fort is very willing to do that. Donnie, Pickens Breads, $2. As an Arizona fan, this is such an awful spot with no quarterback. It's tough. And that's why I really do think that Monty's going to figure out a way to wheel and deal a little bit and try to make the most of having that number 3 overall pick. You talk about the value that you could get for drafting somebody there at number 3 overall. If that's not there, find the value elsewhere. Find the value by trading down, acquiring more picks. I think that Monty knows that. Find a Cure, $10. NFLSE mod server checking in. Appreciate you. We truly do. We really, really do. If Bain gets kicked inside, how would you value him as a defensive tackle? Where would he rank? Is he scheme specific? I think he's sort of that Kalijah Cansey mold. He is that 3 technique only type of an interior defensive lineman. He's got to be in an even front. He's got to be in an attacking front and somebody who wants to get their defensive lineman into the backfield as soon as possible. So that's how I would evaluate him. But I still think, I still think he's a top 20 pick type of player if he's an interior defensive lineman. I do think that things change a little bit for him because he doesn't get to utilize as much of that explosiveness as he would have on the edge. I think he gets neutralized a little bit easier with more guards and more offensive linemen to try to slow him down. But The foot quickness, the hand quickness, who he is as a stunt player, as a crasher or a looper, that doesn't change for him. I still could potentially like that. Sup, Pip Squeak Pounders? Love the show. Heard y'all talking trash on my man Adam Thielen the other day on the Super Chat episode. See y'all at the Senior Bowl. Whoa! Adam Thielen's a legend. He's just old. I don't remember what we said there. So maybe you do get to call us out on it when we see you at the Senior Bowl, and anybody that's seen you at the Bowl, hopefully we get to say hello to you. Trinidaddy, is this Trinidad Chambliss? Listen to the show. Has to be. Am I a knucklehead for not wanting KC as a Jets fan? He's a good wide receiver prospect, but I don't think his archetype is most needed for the Jets offense. We already have some of the best returners in the league. Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't really consider Casey Concepcion for them in the middle of the first round anyways. I think there's going to be one of those three receivers could certainly be there for them. Denzel Boston's the next guy that I would pick there. I don't hate it, but I think there would be better options for the Jets in the middle of the first round than Casey Concepcion. Sad Giants and Leafs fan, from trading down from 1 to 2 for a boatload of picks to taking the wide receiver who was invisible in his playoff loss. Love my Giants. Whoa, come on. Carnell Tate is still a damn good wide receiver. He will still be a good player. I like Tyson better, but I wanted to see, I like the idea of him playing in this offense. I think he's a good complement to Malik Neighbors. I think him as the outside wide receiver allows Malik Neighbors to play in the slot a good amount because of who he is as a blocker to the outside. So I do like all that. $2 Super Chat, please not more. He's a bust. I think it's crazy to be saying that at this point. I really do. Wisco, $5 Super Chat. Downs to Washington. Sean Taylor is smiling somewhere. RIP, one of the greatest players that I have ever personally watched. Chartered $5. Jeremiah said newbie scout took arm measurement on Bain plus all of the others. Bain plus others, and all of them were short. So there's a chance those aren't accurate. I hope so, because I don't want to have this conversation because his tape is really damn good. So I would love to stop having this conversation. I think the arm is shorter. It's just, is it outlier type of short? Slam and Sammy, Spags would never use Reese as a pass rusher. Yeah, he's probably not heavy enough. You're probably right. Mr. Tyler, come on, guys. Stick to football. Is that an ode to the old Connor podcast? I'm just going to guess that it is. Atlas, $20 Super Chat. Looking forward to the Super Bowl halftime show where Trevor... Don't let a white boy get a little emotion. Lawrence is going to perform his hit single, Small Market Big Grills, featuring Cam Cannon, Leg Little, and Kirk O'Chains. The AV checks out for this one. I actually put in my first Super Bowl future bet, and it is the fact that the Jacksonville Jaguars will face off against the Los Angeles Rams. So hopefully that is music to your ears there. Chad, $20 Super Chat. I think the NFL has shown that they will not be taking injured corners early in the draft. I believe Jermon McCoy will be a second-round pick. He could be, but the injury happened so long ago, I think there's a good chance he could get a full workout in this offseason. So I think that there is a chance that could happen. Will, $20 Super Chat. Trevor Snap takes Sonny Styles 15th. Hashtag rigged. You're damn right it is. You're damn right. Oh, and $5 Super Chat. Hey, boys. New to the channel, but love your stuff. What do you think of Big Citrus, Connor Lew, and Anthony Hill Jr. for Denver? Big Citrus, I think, makes sense for them, although they've re-signed most of their interior defensive line, so he would be part of a rotation there. Connor Lew, I do like if you can get him in the second round, which it feels like you can coming off the ACL tear. And then Anthony Hill Jr., I think, is a good option for them on day 2 as a linebacker. I don't love the linebacker options for them, even at the back end of the first round, but I think Anthony Hill Jr. could be a really solid player for them in the second round. I do like that. Matthew, $2 Super Chat. Lloyd and Chanel to Cincinnati. Who would they draft in rounds 1 and 2? I love Caden Proctor or Peter Woods or something like that for them at number 10. And then maybe offensive line you're looking around 2 at that point. I think that's probably what I would go with. Tony gave a $2 Super Chat. Denzel Boston, you are a New York Jet. I bet that they would like it. Christopher, $5 Super Chat. Don't draft Sadiq for the Vikings. Waste of a pick for a guy that will get maybe 40 targets a season. Boundary corner, O-line depth, safety, and D-line depth. Yeah, I think that those are the priorities for them. I really do. Corey, $10 Super Chat. Been a fan of Connerson's Stick to Football, and I remember driving to work in college when Mr. Ledyard introduced his new co-host, Trevor. Appreciate both of y'all. Man, for you to be following our work for that long, We truly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot that you've been rocking with us for that long. And man, I'm surprised you haven't gotten sick of my voice by then, because I've certainly talked a lot since then. But I appreciate you. I really do. Donovan, $20 super chat. Fellas, do me a favor. Pull up a photo of Jennings Dunker on the screen and his pregame, postgame meal routine on another. Born to be a Dan Campbell Lion. I absolutely agree. I think that Jennings Dunker is an offensive lineman's favorite type of an offensive lineman. I think coaches are absolutely going to love this guy, and he plays with that nastiness there. Jace, $20 super chat. Parker Washington. Antonio Johnson. Never wrong, just early. Amen, baby. I can't say that as much for Antonio Johnson because I backed away from him as a prospect when he was coming out. But Parker Washington, man, I always loved. Gavin, $10 super chat. R. Mason Thomas of the Pats hurts my soul. Just another chase on we already have. I think he's got a little bit more juice than chase on. Really do. I'm an R. Mason Thomas truther, though. Everybody loves that. I'm Nick, $10 super chat. All right, Sonny Styles jumps off the tape as the best player in this class. The tools are insane, but the length, processing, coverage, block shedding, all remarkable. Such clean eval. Thoughts? I think he's a top 10 player in this class. I might have him top 5 when it's all said and done, when we get the linebackers and I really get to take that deep dive. So I absolutely think that is well within play there. Game plan of the week, folks, presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Game plan of the week, I'm going to talk about the Los Angeles Rams, running power, running duo, running up the middle between the tackles, more than any team in the NFL through the second half of the season, and they're better at it than every team in the NFL through the second half of the season. Last time they played the Carolina Panthers, turned the ball over a lot. Carolina had the ball in their possession. The way that you mitigate both of those things to make that not happen again is you run the football and you run it very effectively. I think that's the game plan of the week for the Rams to be able to do that and actually defeat the Carolina Panthers in Carolina this time and get a road win here in the playoffs. Just like every team win starts with a great game plan, your future should as well. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps you protect your family so you can focus on winning, knowing that tomorrow is covered. Whether you're just starting out building your dynasty or looking to lock in long-term protection, their coverage options are designed to match your game plan. Visit westernsouthern.com/PFF to get your free life quote and start building your financial game plan today. Western and Southern, built to win, backed by over 130 years of helping people protect what matters most. Trev, explain to me, like I'm 5, why Todd Bowles is still the head coach for my football team. Is this a galaxy brain pick to tank for Arch? I do not understand. No, it's simply the fact that we often forget that the NFL are businesses and they are owned by owners, and the owners are the ones who have to pay the checks. The owners, it's not just made up money. And the Glazers just gave Todd Bowles an extension last offseason, and they don't want to pay him and another head coach. So that is why Todd Bowles is still there.
Yeah, Spider-Man meme, buddy, because that's why Aaron Glenn is still coaching the Jets. He's owed 4 years, $40 million.
Yep.
So there you go. Welcome to having no control as a fan. Tony Lee, thank you for the $10 super chat. How's it going, Squirts? How difficult would you say the tight end position is to scout? Seems like the bust rate is very high. O.J. Howard, Kyle Pitts. What do you look for in a tight end when scouting?
I think we did a pretty good job just going over that in general in the episode. And I mentioned, I think this is the hardest position to scout because of all the possibilities of both success and failure that you could have as a tight end moving from college to the NFL. Going from college to the pros in general is just difficult enough. But then to go from one coach to the other, who one guy views you as more of a blocker. Okay, this guy thinks you're a wingback blocker. This guy thinks you're an inline blocker. This guy thinks you're a space blocker. This guy likes you more as a receiver, thinks you were underutilized. Like, it's so different coach to coach. And that's what I think makes it really difficult to evaluate. Parkour, $5 super chat. Drake, hi there. Trevor, Pimpima and Connor Aaron Rodgers. I guess you're Aaron Rodgers now. With Harbaugh now as the most attractive head coach out there, what team fires theirs to get him? May. Oh, okay. So that entire question was Drake May's middle name. I see what we did there.
Miami.
Yeah, I mean, Miami. I would have told you that Atlanta probably, if they did not fire Raheem Morris, I think they would have for John.
What about this one? Buffalo loses in the wild card round to the Jaguars.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it. I think Sean McDermott, if the Bills lose in the wild card round, I think McDermott's gone. I think that the winning window has just been open too long, and they haven't been able to capitalize for too long.
Right.
The 1 year you don't have Mahomes, Lamar, or Burrow in the playoffs, you can't even get past the first round. I think that would be. I think McDermott would be gone if they lose. Yeah.
Axelron, start bench cut. I love them when we get these.
All right.
All-time defender trios.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
This is Axelron. Way to bring it, my man. I want to give you the $10. Jason Taylor, Patrick Willis, Charles Woodson, Vince Wilfork, Junior Seau, Ed Reed, Dwight Freeney, Luke Kuechly, Darrelle Revis.
Okay, so these guys did not all play together.
No, he just made legendary
making it
defender trios, which this is really cool. With bias, but I also would go this way just based on how great they were. I'm starting Dwight Freeney, Luke Kuechly, and Darrelle Revis.
I think I'm also doing that.
I'm on record. I think Darrelle Revis is the greatest cover corner of all time.
Buccaneer great.
I know there's a Buccaneer legend. Dwight Freeney was insane.
Yeah.
And Luke Kuechly might be the most underrated linebacker in NFL this century.
No, Levante David is, but I understand where you're going with that. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fine. Benching. This is hard. I'm gonna bench Jason Taylor, Patrick Willis, Charles Woodson. I hate cutting a trio that has Ed Reed.
I know.
It seems so, but that's why he did it this way. Vince Wilfork, Junior Seau, Ed Reed is my cut. So we agree.
What a question.
Axelron, Hall of Fame, NFLSE, Superchat.
Yeah.
I salute you, my pal.
I love that one. Okay, Find a Cure, $5. Since he transferred from UConn, I'm going to claim Jolie so I can say that we have a big Christmas and a Carol of the Schuyler Bells.
Nicely done.
Nice. Very festive there. Love it. D. Sauter, $5 Super Chat. Happy birthday, Lamar Jackson. My gift to him, you may ask why it's a new head coach. Who do you guys think would best fit for my Chais? We had a lot of Ravens fans are asking for a Pimp My Franchise. I think it's kind of just too late in the process. We've got so many.
Yeah, I think Pimp My Chais is actually going to be on the shelf till next year, right?
I think so. Yeah. We just have so many things that we want to get to now that we're into draft season.
We're grinding.
But
prospects.
Who do you think would be the best fit? I think they're going to go after Jesse Minter.
I was just going to say, how about this? Miami fires Mike McDaniel to hire Harbaugh. Mm-hmm. The Ravens hire Jesse Minter, and Mike McDaniel is his OC.
Wouldn't hate it.
Didn't think you would.
Might actually love it. I do think that Jesse Minter's probably the favorite for that one.
It's so weird, man. It's such an interesting situation.
Maybe Kevin Stefanski?
I don't know.
I don't know if I love that for the offensive line the way that they currently have it constructed because he likes to run a lot of zone stuff.
Mays, Taylon Green, tight end 1.
Wait, the quarterback?
That's definitely what he's talking about.
Hell of an athlete.
There's definitely a world where this is a conversation.
It's true. Could go the Felipe Franks route.
This is definitely a world where this exists.
He didn't play for Florida, but maybe he will, go from quarterback to tight end at the NFL level. Alice Duval, $5 Super Chat. Unsure when Trevor's birthday is. Not mine. He's talking about Trevor Lawrence. But he should get a grill so he can match the... Oh, okay, never mind. He was talking about me. You. Unsure when Trevor's birthday is, but he should also get a grill so he can match the other great Trevor in Florida. Just don't wear it when eating an Uncrustable. I do think that it was hilarious that after the game, they gifted Trevor Lawrence the grill.
The Jaguars have really good vibes.
When the Jags are good, I'd argue there's no better vibes in the NFL.
So you are living my life, which is very rare. The Bucs aren't in the playoffs.
Correct. Yeah.
All right, but that's not usually the case for you. It's always the case for me.
Yeah, and I'm living in the city in which the team that actually got in instead of the Buccaneers. Yeah.
Good morning, Pounders.
I'm going to have to deal with traffic on Saturday.
Oh.
That's going to ruin the errands that I have to run for my only day off. Because the local NFL football team
that just lost to your team
is hosting a playoff game. I'm kidding. I don't actually have a lot of that animosity. I love the Panthers. I love a lot of Panthers fans, and obviously a lot of my friends here are Panthers fans. So
my point was,
I'll still get my buffalo chicken tender stuff from Publix. Don't worry, guys.
The vibes team I find myself naturally gravitating towards is Jacksonville.
Yes. As you should.
Nemo Sports.
Peter said Trevor's errands, go to Chipotle. Yeah, correct. That's it's like the SpongeBob meme where there's just one thing on the list. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct, Peter.
Sup, Schmucks, Pitt's first round. It's his year. I don't know. I don't know how to decipher that.
First round.
Nemo Sports, are you in an alternate timeline?
Pitt's first round?
Is this a question if Kyle Pitts is going in the first round?
It's his year?
Are you in an alternate, you're in the upside down or the alternate dimension? Nemo Sports, we got to hear from you. I'm concerned.
I'm gonna be thinking about this question for the next 48 hours. What does it mean?
I think he's trapped in a different timeline.
Sully, $2 super chat. Trevor, what are your thoughts on Eugene to LSU? Well, I think at LSU he's gonna once again become Trey Wilson. I think he's gonna be awesome at LSU. Obviously, it depends on quarterback that they have, but if they end up getting Sam Leavitt and then having Eugene Wilson there, I think he's gonna be awesome for him.
A lot of people thought our guy was talking about fantasy football.
Kyle drafting him in the first.
Kyle Pitts will not be a first round pick. He will not be a second round pick.
Oh.
I'm not like being a jerk. I'm just, as someone that talks about this multiple times a week.
You do. I would trust you.
He's not right now projected there.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Great year for him though in fantasy. I lost our spot.
Silent $2 super chat. Curious to see if Sadiq makes Trevor's top 8. Well, he did. Joe, $10 super chat. With Simpson declaring, assuming more doesn't come out, does he make it into the first round with a rough end of his season? If Dante Moore is not in this class, I actually do think that Ty Simpson makes the first round.
Like the Jackson Dart trade last year?
Yeah, because this is Ty Simpson being in this class is very fascinating to me because I'm wondering how he came to this decision. A lot of people are telling me that Alabama's got somebody waiting in the wings that they didn't want to have to wait.
Big deal.
And that's, I can understand that. That's totally fine. But Simpson only has 15 starts to his NFL career, and the biggest area in which he struggled was under pressure. The reason why he struggled under pressure because he hasn't seen it before. So now you're telling a player who only had 15 starts in college that now he's not going back to college. Now he's going to the NFL, and he already struggled under pressure when he was at college. So you're going to take that guy in the first round, and being a first-round quarterback means, you guessed it, he's going to play this year. There are not many spots in the league where, you could sit here all you want and be like even the Giants situation with Jackson Dart. You go like, all right, we're drafting Jackson Dart. Yeah, but we got these other veteran quarterbacks. We'll play Jackson Dart sort of towards the ends of the season. Week 4, boom. You play if you get drafted in the first round. If he gets drafted by the Rams, I see a lot of people bring this up because we even brought this up. We went through this exercise when we did one of our mock drafts a little bit earlier. If you guarantee to me that Ty Simpson goes to the Rams, great. Perfect. That's the exact scenario that you want. There's a lot of bad teams that need quarterbacks that could draft him. And if he has to start next year, I get worried. And then do you ruin him before his career even begins? I don't know. So just very fascinating as to how he came to this decision to come out. Some people will say, oh, it's a down quarterback class. Yeah, okay, I get that, but are you going to sacrifice getting drafted a little bit higher this year?
I think it's a floor thing, man. I think
do not have your NFL career be as long as it is? What are you talking about, floor thing?
I think Aller and Nussmeier really scared guys this year.
Oh, okay. All right.
So Simpson's yeah, there's a world where I improve and I'm a top 10 pick, but there's also a world where I get hurt or everything around me goes wrong and I'm a day 3 pick.
Scared mentality. I'm out.
Honestly, smart. Life-changing money.
I would have liked to see him transfer, stay into college.
Yeah, I guess the question was where was that opportunity? Vinny M. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey guys, big fan. How come the top tight ends in this class haven't produced top tier NFL tight ends? How much should we value college production? We've had this convo a little bit before about Trey McBride and Harold Fannin. when you produce like an NFL tight end in college, it's a big like notch on your belt.
Yeah.
It's more, you're the outlier. It's not common at all because college offenses don't run their offenses through the tight end.
Right.
Now, for this class, by the time you're listening to this, Vinny, you probably heard us talk about all these tight ends in the production. But to be fair, it was one of the reasons I ended up valuing someone like Carson Ryan at tight end 8. He had a huge year for BYU. Insanely productive after doing really nothing for a couple of years at multiple different schools. So college production, it does matter a lot at this position.
You would like guys to just have experience to where when you're getting the ball, you're not getting the ball for the first time in the NFL. I think
Justin Joly.
I think it comes down to, I think a lot of times it just comes down to what you've seen before and how confident you are in a football player, to be honest.
Yeah. Yep.
Vince, $10 super chat. Connor Rogers is the Mike Evans of Tom Pellisteros.
Stay pimping.
Stay pimping, boys. Vince.
Nicely done, Vince. And thank you.
I think
that Mike Evans, we put in pretty high regard.
Yeah, it's true.
Tom Pelissero, we put in pretty high regard.
That's true. It's true.
So I'll take this.
All right, there we go.
Andrew McCoy, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, pals, huge fan of the show and what you guys do. I'm a Seahawks fan and going to be attending the divisional round. Nice.
Let's go.
What are your thoughts on them trading up and taking Love and letting K9 walk? Yeah. Especially if you keep Kubiak.
Well, hold on now.
What's the cost?
They're going to be picking like 30th at
I lied. You can't do it.
Latest. No.
I was totally full of crap.
You would have to trade into the top 8.
I got irrationally excited at something that's not real.
Hey, they could take your boy though, Jadarian Price.
They could take Jadarian Price.
Yeah. I would like that as well. Jonah Coleman, low moving cost.
Jonah Coleman. I think our friend here, Andrew, though, wants
the difference maker.
Game breaker.
You would have to trade multiple picks that you would not want to trade to go get him. I don't think. Noah, $2 super chat. My favorite uncrustable show that talks football. I am so glad that you get what we're trying to do here. Tyler, $10 super chat. $10 super chat. Hey, little pups, 4-year listener, first time super chatter. Do you guys think that Trevor's hatred of washing his hands is to blame for the rise in the flu this year?
I've thought about this.
I'll hang up and listen. Thanks.
Bad flu season.
Terrible. Dude, Alyssa's been sick like 3 times.
Because she always travels.
I know.
So do you. You travel enough, though, too. You were sick, I remember one time, and you powered through like a champ.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I was not feeling it. But like even I was sick, I got over it in 2-ish days.
Yeah, by the next show, you were fine.
Yeah, and I mean, there's my wife has been just knocked on her ass by the flu a couple of times this season.
Damn, I'm terrified.
Have you gotten sick yet?
No, this year I have not been sick. Last year I had already had the flu by now, and the type of flu where like got sent home from work, walked in my house, and dropped on the couch.
Yeah,
that it is the worst. You're just a dead body.
Yeah.
But here I am answering super chats like a man.
Stay safe out there, friends. Start pounding the vitamin C.
It's about your supplementation program.
Wash your hands. If I could have any advice for anybody out there,
wash them. Vitamin C Uncrustable. Emergency Uncrustable.
When you like a pet, when they have to like you have to hide like the the medicine.
I'm doing that right now. My dog had an infection and I have to use pill pockets. You ever use those?
No.
It's basically like a dog treat that's just Play-Doh, and you put the pill in it and wrap it around the pill, and she goes berserk for these things.
Sure.
Big pill pockets is taking so much money from me.
Nah,
they're not like dog cookie prices. They got me.
Just stick it in like a strawberry or something.
She figured out everything else. Cheese, devours the cheese, spits out the pill.
Really?
Mastermind.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's high football IQ.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Connor, $5 super chat.
Whoa.
Thoughts on Lake McRee?
We didn't talk about Lake McRee.
Yeah, mainly because I haven't watched him.
We had plenty of USC this year. I need to watch the tape for the draft. But we had a lot of USC this year. Lake McRee is an exciting receiving threat. He's big.
All right.
He's a red zone presence. He can make plays up the seam. Obviously, USC's passing offense with Mailbag was fun to watch. I didn't get to him for this show specifically, and I don't think he would have made my top 8 from what I have seen, but he is an NFL prospect for sure. Brandon.
Yep.
Thank you for the $10 super chat. Thoughts on Dan Villari from Syracuse, quarterback transformed tight end, and I think he has a real NFL future, or maybe it shows my Syracuse bias. Love the show, boys. We haven't seen him yet as a tight end, but I appreciate the shout out and the heads up.
James, $20 super chat. Hey, Rugrats, do you guys see teams prioritizing draft/signing a second tight end this cycle as 12 personnel has become more and more valuable? Or do teams take the Rams and the Lions model of finding wide receiver 2s that are willing to block inside the box?
Here's the fun fact, James. It's already begun.
Well, and that's what makes tight end so interesting to evaluate. Because you get these players who, let's take Jack Andrews. Let's take Justin Jolie, right? Like these players who are more receiving tight ends, but they can block for you. Is that enough? Is that enough for you to go, okay, yeah, but they're big receivers that we love and they can block a little bit. We're cool with that. Be a condensed type of blocker. I think you're going to see a lot of teams start to do this a lot more because what the Rams are doing specifically is, and the Bills, I think, do it a ton too.
The Bills do it a lot.
You could just go heavy. You can go heavy anytime you want. And you could basically start a game saying, hey, we're going to 12, 13 personnel. Stop us. And once you do, then the game can really begin. But if you can't, we're just going to beat you up front, especially if you're going to be a nickel-based team.
Right. The Ravens with Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Charlie Kohler. It is crazy, like watching NFL tape every week and seeing it just spread like wildfire over the last 3 years. Jack Adams, thank you for the super chat. As a Bears fan, will Ben Johnson draft Sadiq in the first so he could run 3 tight end sets? No, you need defense.
Do you?
Yes.
Name of the game is putting more points on the board than the other team. That's all I'm saying.
You're not wrong.
That's all I'm saying. Varm, $5 super chat. Who is this? Is this a tight end?
Yeah, for Arizona State.
For Arizona State, just got here.
I haven't watched him.
Mateer?
Yeah, senior.
Haven't watched him.
We'll get to him.
Interesting.
Trevor and I will get to probably every player that you guys ask about because we're full sicko mode.
It's true.
Lou Giordano. Thank you, Lou. Jet-specific question for CR. Trev, thoughts too. Where's the cutoff in your wide receiver ranks for guys you'd be comfortable with as the Jets wide receiver 2 from day 1 next year? It would be wide receiver 9 for me, which was Elijah Surratt.
What's the cutoff in your wide receiver rankings that you guys would be comfortable with as the Jets wide receiver 2?
Well, that might be a stretch. I take that back. That's too far. It's giving them way too much. I will go, actually, it's probably cut at wide receiver 5 or 6, which would be Jeremy Bernard or Casey Concepcion.
Yeah, I mean, our rankings are different, but I think mine's probably 7 or 8. Just, I'm not the biggest Chris Bell fan, but Chris Bell is 8 for me.
But he's got the ACL.
Right.
So he can't count.
So then it'd be 7. Omar Cooper Jr., Elijah Surratt, Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston, Mekhi Lemon, Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson.
Same exact guys for me besides Omar Cooper Jr., but if the Jets get Mendoza, then Omar Cooper Jr. absolutely counts.
Yeah. All right. There we go. All right. BT. Ooh, new episode.
My end feels tight.
My end feels tight about catching the rewatch.
Sad Giants.
Well done.
Sad Giants Leafs fan. If the Giants don't hire Harbaugh or Stefanski, I'm switching my allegiances. Things can't be any worse across town, right? Go Jets. Brother. I am Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar right now, screaming in the Tesseract. I'm not letting you leave.
That's incredible. One more Jets fan, baby.
He's a Leafs fan, too. You don't deserve this.
Happy hour, $5 super chat. Justin Herbert should win MVP. No one is as valuable to their team as Justin Herbert, as the Chargers would have a top 5 pick with 90% of the other starting quarterbacks.
Counterpoint, Josh Allen.
Oh, you're saying that Josh? Yeah. I mean,
Josh same
Allen's
argument, but better.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes is there, right? I mean, the Chiefs had Mahomes for half the year, and they still almost got the ninth.
Look what they
pick.
looked like.
Right. But I understand the argument of why this person's making it. Trinidaddy, $2 super chat. Mom, Dad, Trevor and Connor are aura farming again, and we'll do it again. Damn it. Colin, $2 super chat. Have you guys watched Will Kazmarek?
No, I haven't.
From OSU, I haven't either. Trinidaddy, $5. I was just running through.
Sorry,
Trinidaddy, $5 super chat. Idea for a Halloween costume. Connor dresses up as an Uncrustable, and his wife or Trevor dresses up as Connor. Thank me later.
That's really funny. That is really funny. Trinidaddy's on fire right now. Thank you for the other super chat. Connor prefers his tight ends to block. Trevor sounds like a you problem, brother. That's funny.
Value in the receiving game, baby. BT, $6.70. I see what you did there. Any thoughts on Koziel, Trigg, Royer, Delp, Trigg again, or RJ Maryland?
Top of the show.
Top of the show. Didn't catch the top of the show. Who might have missed the cut? That we talk about all of those guys except for RJ Maryland, who I think he's kind of like a fringe draft worthy guy. But we talk about the other guys at the top of the show. H. Lou, $10 super chat. Sup, fellas? Huge fan of the pod. Quick question. What did you guys major in college? Any tips to get into the industry? Also, Caden McNiner coming soon.
Maybe we close here because it's a good.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. Yeah. I think it's a good one. We've talked about this before. Some advice of like breaking in the industry and things like that. I graduated from the University of Florida with a telecommunications degree. I basically just I got it right over there. It's in a frame that's not put together.
I build phones.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah, I just build phones and podcast. So the advice that I would give to everybody is if you're trying to get into this industry, there's so many different ways to get into it. I would say to focus on what you really love to do the most. Podcasting, YouTubing, video editing, writing, like whatever it is. Short form videos, long form videos. Like think about the thing that you love to do the most, because everybody likes to put on a million different hats and cast the widest net possible, because we think that that's like, okay, well, if I cast the widest net, then maybe I'll catch something. I think it is more advantageous to find what you want to do the most, because at the beginning, you're not going to do it for fame. You're not going to do it for followers. You're going to be doing it for the love of the game. Pick something that you enjoy to do a lot, because it'll keep you coming back because you enjoy it the most. And then on top of that, find a niche. I've told this story before, but when I was covering the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Pewter Report, when I got that was my first full-time job that I had in the industry, I looked around and, if you would have asked somebody, hey, who's somebody who covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? People have been like, oh, Scott Reynolds and Jenna Lane and Greg Aubin and Rick Stroud and Scott Smith and like all of these. There are so many different people that you could name that cover the Buccaneers. But if you would have asked in 2017 and said, hey, who's covering the Buccaneers from like an X's and O's perspective that's a credentialed media member? People would have been like, well, Trevor's the only one doing that from Pewter.
Right.
All of a sudden, it's a lot easier
that
to stand out when you're, the only name that people are thinking about for a certain subject. So that would be my advice: is think about the thing that you love doing the most, the outlet that you like to produce the content in the most, and then trying to find a niche, something that you could stand out with. And anybody can do it. It's just a matter of doing it.
Totally echo that. That's my exact take, is that the first thing is you need to find something you love doing in this industry, because you're just not going to make enough money, to think it's like to get the financial happiness from it.
Right.
Like I have plenty of, I have to answer the question. I went to business school. I graduated with a business degree, and a lot of my friends, not shockingly, are accountants and, in finance, sales, all of that. And, some of them like it, but most of them, they're in it for the money, and it's a job, and that's what it is. And for me, I just couldn't do that. I just mentally couldn't do that. And I was lucky enough, while I wasn't making a lot of money when I got into this industry, I was working in football and just loved it, and interacting with people that love football just as much as me. And that kind of keeps you going, while then you start to climb the ladder, hopefully make a little bit more money, get a little bit more responsibility. And like you said, Trevor, like why are we doing this show today, right? We're doing the show because, number one, we love the draft and everything that comes with it. But I don't know a lot of people right now that are watching 15-plus tight ends, ranking 8 on the first week of January. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in April, you could listen to a ton of different tight end rankings, I'm sure.
Right.
You could also go back to June or July when Trevor and I did this over summer. And that is because we think not only do we love doing it, and we'd be doing it anyway, but we think it fills a void in this YouTube and podcasting world that doesn't exist. And we are blown away by how many people have gravitated to that.
Yep.
Like, I hope we're helping some people with watch lists that want to get into this.
Absolutely.
And all of that. So find your version of that and be the best at it and sink everything into it. And I think you'll find great success.
By the way, we've got to watch this Chamon Mater guy.
Yeah.
Because so many people are talking about him in the chat. We've got to watch him. We've got to absolutely watch him. This is the last thing. This is the last thing, and then we'll be done. Colin said, "Boy, I bet the coaches hated you, Trevor." Funny story.
I love this story.
Funny story about that. I've never coached. I didn't play at a high level. Everything that I know from X and O's, I learned because I wanted to learn it. I watched coaching clinics. I read articles. Like I read books, and so. Very much like I was just excited to know a lot of these X's and O's. NFL coaches obviously know a lot more than me, but part of my job when covering the team was to identify areas where they weren't playing well. So there was 1 week where it felt like the offense was just like it was too complex. There were too many things going on. At the time, Jameis Winston was the quarterback. They had all these passing weapons to throw to. They had O.J. Howard. They had Cam Brate. They had Mike Evans. They had Chris Godwin. They had just so many different weapons that they could throw the ball to. But it just felt complex, and it didn't feel easy for them. And I remember writing an article on Pewter Report and sort of breaking down, getting back to basics And I brought up Sid Gilman, who is just a legendary offensive mind in the game of football, and just how, when Sid Gilman was coming up with play designs and concepts, it was simplifying explosive passing games. And so I kind of wrote about, like wanting the Buccaneers to get a little bit back towards, the way that Sid Gilman kind of thought about the game. And I gave some examples of that and everything. And I published that, and a lot of people enjoyed it, and a lot of people really enjoyed reading it. 2 days later, no, this is the very next day, I'm at practice, and Dirk Cutter is about to speak after practice to the media. And I'm kind of on my phone, classic, and we're like waiting for him to walk over. He walks up behind me, and he doesn't even say hello, nothing. He just goes, "Sid Gilman, huh?" To me, and the Buccaneers were not doing well at the time, so Dirk Cutter had been getting some criticism. He's
sparred with people a little bit too. I feel
for sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
remember
that
the
type
Dirk
of
Cutter
personality
era.
to him, and he comes up to me and he just goes, "Sid Gilman, huh?" And I kind of look up from my phone and I just look at him, and there's nothing I could do at that moment other than smile, just because it's I was kind of nervous at that point, and because obviously I'm criticizing an NFL coach, and I'm very new in the industry. This is my first year that I was on the beat, and I kind of said to him, I was like, "Oh, did you read the article? Did you like it?" Essentially. And he looks at me and he goes, "I was writing my dissertation papers on Sid Gilman before you were even born." And then he walks away. And he wasn't too much of a jackass about it. He was just kind of making sure that he was putting me in my place. That
100%.
He's like, "Look, you're a 26-year-old football fan journalist.
Yeah, you don't know anything." Yeah.
I, at that point, had probably been coaching for 35, 40 years, whatever it was at that point. I don't remember.
You squirt.
He essentially gave me a, "Hey, what's up, squirt?" He's like, "Why don't you leave the coaching to the real coaches?" And I love that interaction. I really do. And obviously, Dirk Cutter's time in Tampa didn't end the way that he wanted to, but it was kind of a fun moment to have and a story to tell. And I've got no ill will at all whatsoever towards Dirk Cutter. Oh, 100% I did. Absolutely I did. So that's just
I love it.
Funny
it's a classic.
About that. But appreciate everybody watching the show. Whatever the topic is on Monday, we'll see you guys there. Have a good weekend, guys.